Welcome to Heartfelt with Julie Margerison, a space for honest stories, tender truths, and soul-deep conversations. I'm your host, Julie Margerison, and here we explore the questions that stir something real in us, questions about joy, fear, healing, and the moments that shape who we are. Each episode is an invitation to slow down, go deeper, and hear the kind of stories that remind us we're not alone in this human experience. So wherever you are right now, thank you for being here. Let's begin. Welcome to Heartfelt with Julie Margerison podcast. This is a solo episode, and I thought I would talk about what is showing up for self at the moment. There has been a lot about comparing. I was out for lunch yesterday and I was in a big group of people, and I just really feel the comparing self was really being seen. And I was feeling like I'm nowhere where I should be in life. And this is something that keeps on showing up for self. And it was really, really bright yesterday. And I feel like I'm about 30 years behind on where everyone else was on their journey. And there was certainly envy felt and comparing. And I then had to go into reflection and go, okay, my life hasn't been how I thought it should have turned out. And it's certainly not over. And I am really grateful that I have had this opportunity to so-called start again and really be me and unpack all of the conditioning, beliefs, societal things that I've taken on over all the years. And I am actually grateful that the rug had been pulled from underneath me back when I was 49. And I am grateful of this. But I do have moments where I go into the feeling of what if, where could I have been? Why aren't I there? But then I had to spend the time to actually be in gratitude and thank the universe for this opportunity of self-discovery and really getting to know self. While I've been in reflection, I really could see that I was back out in that external world, wanting gratification. And I got a gentle nudge, a gentle reminder that I needed to stay internal and spend some time journaling and really work out what is showing up for self. And a big thing that came out was I I I have been missing my external world because it has been such a big impact in my life, and I have always used people to actually make me feel better, or they help me so-called meet my needs. And after having this gentle reminder, I realized that internally I can meet all my needs. I can give myself the hug. I can give myself the space when I need that space. I can give myself that recognition when I need that recognition. I can give myself that nurturing space when I need that. I can give myself a bunch of flowers. I do not need the external world to give me what I was searching for. I have two friends who I feel like I'm the one that always reaches out. And I don't feel like it's a gentle flow. I feel like it's me is the one that reaches out. It's me who always gets in contact. And sometimes I don't get the result that I am actually searching for. I either don't get a response or I'm a too busy at the moment response, or I just am put off. And this is something that has been reoccurring in my life. And I have who I call a dear friend who I am missing. And I just wish that the door would open and she would actually reach out to me. And there is obviously something happening in my unconsciousness because I even dreamt about her last night. And it made me a little bit sad that I don't get that connection that I felt was there previously. I'm still sitting with it and doing journaling on it and wondering what I'm missing in myself that I feel like I used to receive from this person. So the question mark is still on top of me, and I don't actually have the answers yet, but I'm just sitting with it and recognizing that I'm feeling like my needs aren't met in this relationship and also this other relationship. And that's when comparing comes in. I compare and I it's it's a loop, and it's not a good feeling to actually be in this loop, not having the answers. So I've gently reminded myself to nurture self and spend time just being with me, and I feel that the answers will come and the healing will occur. Or I might actually shift the alignment and I might actually have these two people reach out to me. But it might be time for that door to close, or that door, two doors to close, and the need is just not there for them anymore. And I might be too needy, and that energy might be too heavy for them. Who knows? I don't know. I just have to trust the universe that it's something that I have to heal and look at and work on and see that it is important that I've recognized it coming back around in my spiral journey. So I often think that this is when I could go for a piece of chocolate or something that actually makes me feel a bit wholer inside. So I'm very aware of this. And in the past, I would have just picked up chocolate and eaten it without even a thought. I have recognized this year that I have had a little bit of chocolate or sugar when I have felt the need to actually feel that nurture. And I know sugar does not nurture me, but it is sometimes the quick, the quick answer. And I don't want to be the hard taskmaster self. And I feel like I don't want to be the one slapping myself over the fingers for eating the 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 food that does not nurture self doesn't nurture me. Over Easter, I actually had some rocky road and I had to actually take some Panadol because my body was aching and I had trouble sleeping because I could feel the inflammation in my body. I asked myself, is it really worth that 5 minutes of eating Rocky Road? Does it tick all the boxes that I need it to tick? Because then all those hours later, I can't sleep because of this discomfort I'm finding. So, yesterday, when I was out at lunch and I saw people eating cake, and I was really just wanting some cake, and I did contemplate buying some, but luckily there was nothing gluten-free. So I know I could have gone to the shop to buy chocolate, but I just kept saying, how can I work through this? How can I work through this? And my answer was, this shall pass. So I kept on saying, this feeling shall pass. This feeling shall pass. And I actually got through it. And it was a bit of a struggle, and I could really feel a shift in my nervous system. And there was really lots happening on lots of different levels. But I am so grateful that I didn't succumb to having the sugar. I slept beautifully last night. I woke up and not heavy, and it was a beautiful experience, but it was tough. It really, really was tough. I'm I feel like I'm totally over the draw of the energy when it comes to alcohol. I can be in a whole room of people, they've got their champagne or their beer or their wine or whatever they're choosing to drink, and I have no pull. I have no pull to actually have a glass of whatever I wanted. I do have a memory of, oh, well, I would be drinking this or I would be drinking that. But then I just remember how it used to make me feel and the poison that goes in my body, which I choose to not put in my body anymore. I'm not quite there with sugar. I am not there with sugar. I'm okay with so many carbs that I choose not to eat because I recognize carbs does not sit right in myself, and I'm fine when I can see bread and um potato chips, things like that. But there are times that I still want the carbs. And yesterday was certainly one of them. But this shall pass now, whatever I was saying, it worked. And it really, really was beneficial for me to be very present and not just succumb to it. So I'm proud of myself that I actually got through it. So my self-discovery is just my story and how I keep unpacking what feels right for self and releasing the beliefs that I've taken on or changing the patterns that I've just done mindlessly. And I'm really grateful that I have this opportunity to be and honor self. And I'm just so grateful you are here with me watching this and also allowing me the space that I need to be me. And my website is up and running, and I would love you to have a look at it and also subscribe to the newsletter. and the fortnightly pause newsletter that I send out. And also, I would love you to subscribe to these Heartfelt with Julie Margerison podcasts. And I really like the ripple effect that these episodes are bringing to the world. And thank you very much for the amazing feedback I get. I just really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing this moment with us. I hope something in this conversation stayed with you, opened something up in you, or simply made you feel seen. If this episode moved you, feel free to share it with someone who might need it too. And if you'd like to continue the journey with us, be sure to subscribe and stay connected. Until next time, take care of your heart and remember your story matters. Thank you.